is 2:03 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:03 p.m. BST in the UK. This is the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe.
Hey.
Coming to you on July 10th, 2022. We're live. So we are coming to an pretty normal day here in the United States. Not really too much going on. It's hot. I mean, I don't know what it was in the UK. I'm sure the weather's been pretty similar there. It's
nice.
There. So like what, mid 30s Celsius? I think that's the temperature. That's what they say.
It's 27 at the moment.
Yeah, it's not too bad here. It's actually only like, I don't know, mid 80s, but it's just humidity here is a problem. I don't know if it's bad in the UK, but humidity in the Midwest is pretty miserable. Yeah. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We've got some new phones to talk about. The Nothing phone to talk about.
Yeah,
Pixel 6a is getting closer to being reality.
Let me crack open a beer, Sam.
And then you've got the American Pale Ale there. Ironically from Edinburgh, Scotland, but okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Does the job, doesn't it?
Yeah. Scotland. Yeah. Even says Scotland on the top, just in case you didn't know where it's coming from. So
no one does American Pale Ale like the Scottish.
Right, exactly. Who knows? Scoops in the chat. What's up, Scoop? How you doing, sir? Welcome up. What's up, gentlemen? We are doing good. So anyway, what's on your Joe made a list. We actually have a list this week.
Yeah, I've got a list of stuff, yeah.
We don't have
quickly before I get into the list. Everyone should check out Bionic Scoops Instagram. He does some wicked pictures.
Yeah.
I love looking at him.
Well, he's got the wrestling thing, and he's got some rock groups going on, and all sorts. Yeah.
I'm going to go to one of them rock shows. It looks awesome.
Yeah, he does a good job, and he's got some really good photos. And yeah, check out his Bionic Scoop. I think it's the Bionic Scoop on Instagram, right? I don't remember. I have it subscribed, and I never really pay attention. But anyway, as far as the name of his Instagram page, but I follow it. So yeah, he does a lot of good stuff.
Definitely check it out.
Sure. And then also we have our sponsor, extremeskins.co.uk. If you're going to get you some skins, protect your phone, make it look colorful, make it all good, that's the place to go. Check them out. extremesims.co.uk. It is, and then he's got a whole bunch. I do not. That's okay. I think that's for.
My camera's terrible though.
I can't. Yeah, he's the Bionic Scoop everywhere. There you go. So that way, in case you're searching on Instagram, on all of the social medias, it's the Bionic Scoop. And so that looks like a wood grain. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's beautiful, that one.
Yeah,
that's for Pixel 5, that. But I like this color as well. This teal color.
I always like the wood grain. Yeah. That's not my style. I don't necessarily dislike the teal. It's just I think I like the greens and the orange. I had that red one. Yeah. Dan's in the chat. Evening, sir. And my buddy Shark's in the chat. Hello, how you doing, guys? So is that white?
Yeah, like a white carbon
fiber. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But it's cool. The texture of them. That's what.
Yeah. I had a red one from them, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So just so everybody's clear, the Duo 2 got its July update.
Nice.
Before the Pixel and before Samsung. So it's good to see that Microsoft's staying to their original plan of being good on the security updates and patches. They've been pretty good about it, except for a couple of little hiccups here in the last 2 years. They're pretty good. So I'm pretty excited about that. Apparently some night mode improvements on the camera, which I haven't tested yet and stuff. And some people have said there's some bugs introduced into it. And then also the Surface Duo Original also got its update. No camera features, just some security, security update and overall system stability, whatever that means. So
yeah,
but it's nice to see that was the first one out of the chute. It came pretty early in July.
Yeah,
I was pretty happy. Yeah, I give Microsoft props. At least on this time around, they've stayed to their promise of trying to deliver security patches and timely updates to the Duo. So
I'm guessing the Pixel will come out tomorrow.
I would assume so. I have I'm running the 13 beta, and I think I'm still on June. Pretty sure I'm on June.
Oh, thanks, Shark. Just said my slick back hair looks good. Out to me. Thank you very much.
Yep, I'm still in June, but I'm running the Android 13 beta, so maybe that'll come out next week or this week or something like that. That's okay. I don't mind.
Sam, we're going to have Shark Fin on at some point, aren't we?
Absolutely, yeah. We his schedule was busy, so we need to have Shark on the show because we don't talk just tech. Shark's a financial guy, so we can talk more about business, and he's got a different take. It won't just be all phones. I'm sure we would discuss phones, but yeah, well, I'll reach out to Shark here sometime this weekend or early next week and see if we can bring him on. He's a lot of fun to talk to. He's a really good, solid guy. So, but yeah, I heard you had an interesting time at work. How is work? I know you're kind of getting sorted out and settled in there. Is it working
Yeah, it's
okay?
not bad. Yeah, I'll tell you what, whoever was the previous manager, I'm a laid back guy, but he must have been laying down. The standards out.
Sleeping on the job, falls.
Yeah, you think so. Yeah, when you see this back of house, the store's not bad, but it's the back of house. It's just the standards are slipped big time. But it's good for me as a new manager. I can go in and actually make an impact quite early. So
yeah, it's kind of like going on the stage after really bad comic bombs a little bit. You come in there. And you can kind of like come in there like the last guy wasn't very good. You're going to come in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you coming on after a bad act. That's good. And Neil's in the chat. Welcome, Neil. How you doing, sir? Good seeing you. So we so I heard you you may have did you have something happen at work that was pretty fun? I heard you had a good interesting.
And I got to hold a Pixel 6a. It was all secret out back. She actually had it in a locked pouch. So we had to go out back. I only held it for a little while, but the size was beautiful, really nice.
I love how you had to go like in the back, like shh, come on.
Yeah, like literally just off the shop floor, so no one could see it.
Yeah, you had to like literally go like in the alley, and the guy's like, "Come here!" Like opens up the back of the panel van, and he pulls up this briefcase. He goes, "Here you go."
It was
kind of shit. Well, it's a shame you only got it for but your teammates, your team members at the store got a chance to.
I was quite keen for them to hold it because I'm a bit of a Pixel fanboy, as you know, so I'm gonna drive sales on that device anyway.
Right.
But I wanted to see how they felt about it, and they were quite impressed.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a solid device. And it seems like all the A series, the 3A and the 4A and the 5A.
Yeah.
I think have really been really, honestly, I think that's what really kind of helped and kind of push Pixel into being kind of a brand that people would actually take a swing as the A series phones. I think they've been really.
So what's interesting though with this one, it's going to have the Tensor chipset, isn't it? So for an A phone to have the high-end chipset is very different, and it's going to be 339 quid in the UK.
Yeah, I think the price point's it's 449 or whatever in the United States.
That sits it next to the Samsung A53.
Yeah,
that's competitive, man. It's going to do well against that, I think.
Yeah. My man Aditya, welcome, sir. He's in the chat. Absolutely, and Shark. Yeah, I mean, if you got anybody at Redmond who would be interested, I would love to be a brand ambassador for the Duo phones. I will definitely help talk them up. I had it at work the other day. I work a second job on the weekends just for kind of fun and a little extra side money, and took it out to, I think it was answering text message or just reading a note, and people were like, "What is that?" Like the response I get from everybody, right? It's like they have just blown away by the phone and the device and the two screens, and they always take it for a fold. It's just what it is. That's the only one they even know about. They've seen commercials for. So, but yeah, it's let's do it. Yeah, if you know anybody, Shark, just give me a call. Let me know.
Did I say 349 or 399? I think 399 it's going to be.
Yeah, 399. I'm not sure. You have to look it up.
Good price point.
Well, definitely. I mean, sub 500, so that's pretty.
Yeah,
cool. So,
exactly.
I mean, and really, that's competing against a lot of good phones. So, and then I was going to ask, do Pixels really sell at your shop, or not just your shop, but like all carriers in the UK, like
Do you know what? I've only seen Samsung and predominantly iPhone go through.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's because people just don't know about Pixels. The general consumer just don't know. And I mean, when I say, "Oh, have you seen the Magic Eraser?" and they say, "Oh yeah, I've seen that advert," then they go, "Oh, that's Pixel." That's when they realise what Pixel is. So it does show you that the marketing is working, but they need to carry on that marketing. Definitely, Google needs to push that every device like that to become big boys.
I will tell you that I have seen quite a few more commercials on TV, especially for the Google Pixel, and talking about the Magic Eraser and all those other kind of things. I mean, I've seen a lot of Google Pixel and the True Tone on the camera and stuff. They have done a lot more for the Pixel 6 than I had seen in previous years. I had seen an ad here, or maybe at a movie theater occasionally, but I've seen, at least for on television adverts, they've been really pushing it hardcore.
Do you know what I was today about True Tone? Because she does hairdressing, and she was saying how Samsung always makes the skin really dark, and I said you should consider a Pixel for what you're doing with True Tone. Perfect.
Yeah, Barry's in the chat. Matt, my man, is in the chat as well. So we got everybody in here, and I still a great price. You know, the Pixel experience and the Tensor. I think for sub 500 quid, I think it's pretty good, brand new. You know, in a couple months in the real estate market, you might be able to see them for like upper threes, mid threes. That'd be kind of cool. I think for the experience, especially bringing that chipset on an A series phone, is pretty good. I think even the compromises you may have, it's still going to be a solid device.
Plus, like what I was saying, there's not many devices that are that smaller size. So I compared it to the A53, but it's that small, slightly smaller. So for people that want a smaller device, there's not much choice. So the 6A is a great choice there.
Well, yeah, just the price point, and then you said it's about the same size as like an S22. You said, I guess eyeballing it. Yeah, if you're into a device that's a little bit more pocketable, a little bit more hand friendly, as far as not such a gargantuan S22 Ultra kind of device, it fits the bill. And the DTS, I'm curious to see how Google will handle the Tensor on 6A. Will it be similarly clocked? I would think it's going to be. I think the Tensor chip will be the same clock speed. I would assume they would have the same. I don't think they would throttle it in any way. I think it's just going to be hardware. I don't know. I don't know. Have you ever seen a manufacturer of any device have like an 870 or an 888 or whatever chipset? They clock it differently. I don't think they do that. I think if they were going to have a slower chip, they would buy a cheaper chipset because it'd be more cost effective, right? Instead, what's the point of buying a Tensor and clocking it down, than saving the money and maybe coming like an 870 or another Snapdragon series, or even like a MediaTek or the little nose. You know what I mean? Why take a OEM high end chipset and then clock it down just to save some money?
Yeah, it doesn't make
money because you're using the same chipset. So
I'm intrigued what the computational photography is going to be with Tensor, with the old 12 megapixel sensor that you've used for years. Because obviously that's different to what they've used before.
I think it's
going to be interesting to see how they.
It's clearly going to be better, right? I mean, this same hardware. I think they could have got away with, and that's kind of cool because now you're going to see the Tensor with upgraded camera hardware and the Tensor with the old-fashioned Pixel 4a, Pixel 5a, 6a hardware, and kind of be able to compare and see how they're going to kind of stack up against each other. Google is trying to make a name for itself as a premium camera experience. I don't think they want to really. The compromise won't be at the camera level, right? In the photography, they're going to make sure that of anything that's not going to be compromised versus the 6A versus the 6 and the 6 Pro, you're going to lose the lens, right? You're going to lose the telephoto.
Yeah, but the selfie,
right?
It's only screen as well, isn't it?
Right. But as far as the software algorithms and the computational, I think they're going to make sure that's solid. So,
exactly. The AI enhancements sort of. Definitely going to be in there.
Yeah, and I agree with Neil. He likes compact phones. It was rushing to see the iPhone SE 2020 for the past couple of weeks. I forget how small phones used to be. That is a pretty good statement right there. Yeah, how phones when people saw. I remember when the 1520 came out, and I remember bringing that to work, and everybody looked at me like, Jesus, that's like a laptop. I mean, it's like a tablet. Seriously, I mean, they were like, and that was at the time when like 5-inch phones and they still had the iPhone 5s and 5. I mean, they were like that kind of chip, that kind of size.
That's
of the device. Yeah, it was like. Then you see this 1520, and even I have to admit, even I was like, geez, this thing's a massive phone to use. So it's good to see. I think they're really trying to do. I still think there is a market for smaller phones. I still think that people really, especially, people who have either smaller hands or women who don't want to be wielding a big device, or just people who are regular users. They just want something small and more compact. They're not going to be using it for a lot of watching social media. I think it's nice just to have a phone's a little bit more handleable. I think you drop it less. I think you don't have to use the thumb gymnastics to try to get, everything. And I think if you're holding it for a long period of time, if you're actually still taking phone calls, which I still do. So I know maybe not everybody does, but when you're holding it for a long period of time, it's hard to hold this and talk. My hand kind of starts to, I have smaller hands for a man. So holding the Duo for a longer period of time. Yeah. After like 15 or 20 minutes, my thumb starts to kind of fatigue a bit here. So it's good to see that there's another device in there to do that kind of thing. So Neil's, I'm the Xperia 5.3. Yeah. I like, I'm not an Xperia fan personally. Not that I dislike the phone. I've had Xperias and they're okay. It's just, they're real camera centric, I think, and they're real kind of niche. I had, what did I have?
Even the one
XC2, I think is what I had, or XZ1. I liked it. It was okay.
Even Xperia 1's quite compact with that 21:9 ratio. It feels compact.
Yeah,
it's longer.
Yeah, I liked. I didn't have a problem. I actually held one of the Xperia ones with the 21:9.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked a little thinner, a little taller. I'm okay with that. So
that's what she said.
Couldn't believe it.
Always got to get that in the week.
Yeah, and then Matt's a Realme shill. Yeah,
which we saw that last week. He loves Realme now.
Yeah, and it's just, and again we'll segue to that in a minute, but and then D says, I understood. Yeah, 6.8 camera could be better out of the box than this regular 6. I'm considering the fact that Google's run. Yeah, I would say probably the 6A and the 6 from a camera standpoint, even though the hardware is different. I would say they're going to be I would probably say that you could take shots with the 6A and the 6, and they're probably indistinguishable. They're probably going to be really super, super close. And yeah, and I would agree. And maybe there's in some parts or some shots or some scenarios, the 6A may be superior, in some ways because of the older sensor. I'm curious to see. Like, we'll have to wait and see kind of how. Yeah, I'm curious to see how when it hits the market, how the camera samples look. And I think now, I don't think anybody's really going to crap on it at the price point for what you get and the experience. I think Pixel has finally turned.
Oh no.
I think Pixel, as far as the media coverage and as far as tech YouTubers and tech reviewers, I think the 6A is going to be uniquely positioned to be, it's going to get pretty good reviews, unless the software hiccups. But so far, 13's been pretty solid, so I think we'll be okay.
What's interesting is in the UK, obviously Nothing Phone's going to come out. But that's going to come out at the same time to the 6A, which is going to be a struggle for the Nothing Phone, I think.
Well, I would say yes. I would say yes and no, just because I don't think the 6A is going to, obviously people are going to know about it, but I think Nothing Phone is going to get, as long as it's not going up against a Samsung and iPhone release, I think it's okay. I think that's what they're more concerned about. If they were coming up against any other device that had a lot of media track, like if they were trying to do this in September, October, and I think that's why they're trying to beat it to market. That's why they're trying to get to the July, early August timeframe.
One thing I will say though, Carl Pei knows how to market a phone, doesn't he? And marketing is important, like we said.
No, marketing is all that matters. You can actually get away with marketing. You can get away with substandard or maybe questionable decisions, hardware, software wise,
to a degree,
and still push a phone. Well, look at iPhone.
Yeah,
as far as I'm seriously, as far as features, it was behind Windows Phone. It's behind.
Well,
Android.
I hate the SE myself. I don't think it should be on the market, the SE, but that's another story.
But Apple made the iPhone stylish and cool, and everybody wants one, and so really marketing can overcome a lot of hardware and software issues. So I'm kind of disappointed that Nothing Phone's not coming to the US, but I kind of expected it just because US carriers are kind of ridiculous. And
let us be guinea pigs and then see if it's any good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's got potential.
Yeah, it does. I do like this. I agree with the headphone jack, SD cards, and the camera tech. Yeah, I agree. And that's nice that Sony, if you're still a headphone jack guy, if you're still an SD card guy, if you're still a really camera tech centric person, then Xperia would be something you should go for. And he loves his the Realme G2 Pro. I know, until you sell it. He might keep it for a while. He actually might keep it for more than a month. If Matt keeps it for more than a month, he really likes it.
Oh, he's right. He says there that he likes it over the Find X5 Pro, though. That's quite big because that's a good device.
Then this time on. Yeah. That's cool.
The ROG Phone 6 is an absolute beast, isn't it? Though that's got Matt written all over it.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you do a lot of gaming on your phones? Because I don't.
He probably does, though. To be fair.
Well, yeah, and if you do, great. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. So to me, like the Black Shark, the ROG, they look great. They're cool looking, but I would never buy one just because I'm not a gaming centric person. Not when it comes to mobile phone. I'm not.
No.
And that's not to say that I wouldn't. But I just don't play a lot of games.
I think it's great though. Normal devices are pretty good for gaming, so it's pushed ROG Asus to like try and innovate a bit and add more to the device to make it more specialized. It's pushed them up.
And Carl, he spelled it like Karl Marx. That's the wrong Carl with a C. I think it's Carl with a C, right? Carl Pay. OnePlus strategy: having your product alone isn't going to help in the long run. Right? It's not going to help in the long run, and it didn't help OnePlus in the long run.
Not in the long run, no.
I mean, look at the OnePlus 10 now. No, have you seen one? I'm not. I've not seen anybody talk about it. I mean, not in the US
anymore. We do Oppo because BBK are pushing Oppo more, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, but I mean, OnePlus. They tried to get into the T-Mobile branded phones, and they were actually there. Although they're certified. I think it's the OnePlus 7 and the 7T and the 8 Pro and the 9 and the 9 Pro are certified on AT&T, but the 10 is not.
I'll tell you what, I always hear good things about the Nord line.
I had a Nord. I bought a Nord N200. It's like $150, except for the fact that it was a little slow. It was stuttery. I liked it. I really enjoyed using it. I would use the Nord CE or the Nord 2. I would use a regular Nord. I would love to use that. But again, that's the problem I'm running into with not just the Nothing phone, but with Oppo, Realme, Xiaomi. I'd like to try to use all those devices, but AT&T is not going to certify them. And all that comes down to is AT&T wants you to use their phones, which doesn't make any sense because I don't think there's lots of people are going to be bringing a Realme and Oppo of Vivo on AT&T anyway. How many people in their net out of all the AT&T subscribers, how many of them actually have a non-AT&T unlocked, especially Chinese or Vivo Xiaomi phone? I can't even think it's 2% of their user base. So it's not like if they let those phones certify, they're like, oh well, we can't let them certify because then everybody's going to buy a Xiaomi. That's not going to happen, man. It's just like I don't understand the concept behind it. I understand what they're trying to do, but it's like, don't give me that shit that you can't certify it. We can't. Don't even. It's an
You know what you need to do? You need to leave AT&T. That's what you need to do.
Well, I would like to, but it's just going to be not possible.
You're loyal to a fault.
I'm not loyal to them. I would, but my wife is, and it's just a lot easier. We have phones. Whatever. Again, it's not a big deal. It's just I just think it's kind of ridiculous. And I like to see
you mentioned it quite a lot, Sam. You do seem quite upset by it.
It's just because it makes no sense, and it's just like I understand.
It does. Phones should be unlocked.
I think when it comes to it, they should be able to bring any device onto it. As long as it's a GSM phone,
Absolutely.
You should be able to bring it out. And I don't think it's going to impact anything. If they allowed all those phones, I don't think AT&T is all of a sudden not going to sell their carrier-branded devices.
But Sam, are their devices locked? So say you paid your contract and then you moved to T-Mobile. Can you do that from AT&T?
Yeah, they have to. There's a law. So they have to unlock the phone. So you'd have to submit a claim thing, and you would get an unlock code, and then you can unlock the device. Yeah, you can. But once it's paid up,
you go through that route, getting it unlocked.
Yeah, and I've had AT&T phones just unlocked, even though I kept on AT&T. So
I guarantee they make it awkward for you as well.
Oh, it's not easy, and it's not quick. That's for sure.
But there's a TV in the UK. It's old now. It's called Phone Shop. It's a comedy.
Okay.
I recommend people check it out. It's hilarious. And in this show, the way they treat pay-as-you-go customers is hilarious. You've just got to see it. It's so funny.
And Barry's the ROG's a beast, but I had to make a choice. He went the L12S Ultra. Yeah, Dad phone looks stupid.
Yeah, I'm digging the pleather back on it.
Well, remember when I had that Xiaomi the Mi 11. Yeah. I had that like eco leather. Dude, I love that phone. It felt fantastic. I wish I still had. I took that's the phone I took. That's the phone I took to and took pictures with in Puerto Rico, and man, it was fantastic. I love that phone. I wish I would have kept it, honestly. And Neil doesn't game on a phone. Get a real console. Quit being a bitch.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a handheld. Get a proper handheld.
Right. Get a Steam Deck. Right. And just whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're missing these comments, man. We gotta get on his OnePlus change of strategy, and that's why Carl Pay. Yeah, I agree, and and I think Carl Pay had done his due diligence in OnePlus. He got him off to a good start, and they were fine. And he wanted to do his own thing,
he left at the right time.
But yeah, I think it was one of those things where if he wants to be creative, I think once the company kind of got too big, it kind of outgrew its roots, right? And he wanted to kind of get to an upstart. He looks more like an upstart company kind of guy. So that's why nothing exists. So we'll see what happens. I hope eventually there is an unlocked version that comes to the US that it'll be actually in the US. And for people who have like T-Mobile who could use it, I'd like to try it. It'd be a cool phone to take a look at. I don't know if I'm into the lighting on the back.
I thought you'd love that.
It's different. I definitely would like it just because it would definitely get some attention. But
Joe, I do like the only thing I like about the charging thing. I thought that was kind of cool. So when it's charging, it indicates where it's at the back.
Oh, I guess it goes up though.
I mean, no, it's just in the middle. Yeah.
Oh, or you can just look at the screen and it says.
You could do that. Yeah.
62%.
That's quite smart. Yeah.
But that'd be just like every other phone. We don't want to do that. And Matt does not game on his phone as much anymore.
Yeah, well, not anymore. No. Now he's streaming all the time.
Right. So yeah, it's all good. So gaming phones are very personal preference, and they're definitely not for most people. Yeah, I agree. And that's why it's like the Duo. I'm glad they have a market because they should have a market. I think that
the cameras aren't terrible now, though.
No, I don't think they are at all.
He sent me samples, and they have been impressive, actually.
Yeah, I agree. So it's kind of a shame that U.S. carriers are kind of the way they are, but it sounds like even in the U.K., it sounds like people are buying Samsung and Apple, which is like. Absolutely. Again, like I said, in 5 to 7 years, it's going to be damn near impossible to probably buy any other kind of phone other than Samsung and Apple, which is kind
even when I say, right, Sam, there's like the Oppo Find X5 Lite, for example. It's a good price point. I say, look, you get a charger, you get a case in the box. Now I want a Samsung. Okay. I'm trying to help you out, man. But
right. You go with what you know, man. It's like I said. Yeah. So what else do we have on our list of death? We talked about nothing. We talked about the 6A. We have a list.
Going on work, I've got a work device and talking about smaller devices. So I've got the S21, the standard S21.
Okay.
And it has been refreshing having a smaller device, actually. I was hoping I was going to get an Ultra, which is obviously not going to happen. And I had to hide my disappointment. But actually, the S21 has been a really nice work device.
Okay.
The only thing I don't like is they do that side thing where you can have apps down the side.
Oh, like the little...
You see that? Yeah. And that's probably great on an Ultra, but on a small device, I use the gestures, and I keep putting that side thing out when I want to do the gesture.
I think you can't you disable that or move that to the?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah,
disable it.
So I don't use it.
Yeah, and see, I have Satan's device. I have my work device.
That's a nice.
It's a 13, huh? Oh, this is that? They give them to us.
Yeah.
It comes with the phone. Like they literally, that's all they get. Now, and the funny thing is, I had the OtterBox on when I had my 8, and my dog chewed it up. So I went for a long time and just didn't use a case on it. And then I bought just like a little, but I could buy whatever case I want. This is just the case that work gives me.
Yeah, I mean they're rugged, aren't they? They're pretty good.
No, I mean, and this one's not like the stupid, ridiculous one. It's almost kind of like reminds me of my UAG case. So yeah,
it's nice.
But yeah,
that's good.
It's just
home.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I wanted the Ultra, the Pro Max, is just because of the battery. It would have helped kind of get it through the day if I'm using a lot of Teams calls, which I kind of do. But it's not a big deal. I'm not on it all day, and I don't do a lot of video on my phone on Teams. If I'm on a Teams call on my phone, I'm just doing the audio, and the battery's okay. I like it. Honestly, I mean, I don't use any of the other apps. I mean, I literally only have the work stuff, and they're like, well, you can use it for like a regular phone. I went, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah,
but I mean, I like it. I mean, I like the size of it. It's kind of nice and compact. It's kind of nice using. Yeah, but we're gonna be
gotta get it.
We'll be here all week. You can tip your waitress.
Yeah,
right? But I agree with you. Like, that's my work phone. It's a lot more of a compact. It's the 13 Pro. It's not the 13 Pro. It's not the 13 Pro Max. It's just the regular 13. and it's kind of nice. I kind of like
I like. I actually like the plastic.
It didn't bother me when I think I had the S21, and it didn't
People
bother me. I told you that before. One of my favorite phones is the 1520 with the polycarbonate. I loved having polycarbonate phones in my Lumias. I thought it was durable. It did, and the paint was all the way through. So if you scratched it, it was still okay. You wouldn't scratch through the paint because it was all the way. The paint was all the way through.
I always have a case, but I feel confident rocking this without a case.
Yeah, plus it's a work phone. If you break it, they'll just
it's a work phone. Yeah,
just give you an 853.
So it breaks. Oh dear, wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it's hard to buy bread. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah. Everyone's. I know. Yeah,
everybody's kind of having a little moment there. Boris is stepping down as out of the leadership role, and eventually there's going to be a new prime minister in the UK. So apparently,
what's brilliant, Sam. Old Boris, right? You know the waxworks. You heard of the waxworks? There's a waxworks statue of Boris, and they outside the job centre. That was brilliant. So perfect.
Yeah, he's looking for a new job. Maybe he can get a job at
the thing is though, he'll probably write a book. He'll do loads of talks. He'll be fine, won't he?
Well, yeah, he's a prime minister. I mean, Tony Blair did okay. Theresa May did okay. Boris Johnson's going to be fine. Whatever.
Like I said before we do this, what job can you go in, right? Make rules and break your own rules, get fined, mess up all over the place, and then still keep your job and not get sacked. This doesn't happen to anyone.
Apparently, in politicians in the United States and the UK, apparently they can do, and not just the prime minister, but MPs and stuff. Apparently, they do all sorts of wacky shenanigans and craziness. Yeah, it's whatever. It's fine. It's not my thing.
They watch porn while they're at work, don't they? So remember that?
Yeah. Oh God, I hate everybody. Anyway, so, but yeah, Neil says, and you can turn off, and he said you can turn it off. So yeah,
I know.
If you keep
trying to play a bit there, but it has annoyed.
Yeah, if you keep trying to trigger it, I think you can turn it off. So and I am repping the official College Kids Meal Stable Brands merch. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Give me a break, man. He's like the only fun at Conflict Rock without case is the active. Yeah, I wish they made the active line. I kind of liked them. There was a lady I worked with. She finally got rid of her. I think she had an S8 active or S7 active. I can't remember. She finally got rid of it because it was just finally it was ridiculous. I'm like, geez, I can't believe that phone still works, and the battery hasn't swollen up and died on it. She finally got a new phone, but she had an.
It would be good to have the active watch is good.
I don't understand why Samsung doesn't make the active anymore. I would think that they would have a market for that as much as they have.
I think so. They make devices that are quite similar.
What, the A series and the J series? I mean, I think you can at least just make one, like an S22 active. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just like I think a lot of people will buy it actually, and it's a Samsung device, so at least it automatically have brand recognition, and people might.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you sell it the fact that it doesn't need a case and you can drop it and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. I did like the Pixel 5 build. I did too. I think I don't know why the Pixel 5 was so maligned. I don't understand it. I like the Pixel 5.
The whole reason is because they wanted to see a flagship device, and the mid-range chipset wasn't flagship enough. But it was a fantastic phone, and tell you what, it's a battery beast as well.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid phone. I had no problem with it at all, but I don't know whatever.
It's the device fan, so
right. Plastic on the S1 was, in fact, it used to be glass and they went plastic.
Yeah.
Screen. Yeah.
Yeah, the price reflects that. Matt's right. Plastic I haven't got a problem with, but the price not reflecting that, I have got a problem with.
Yeah, and they went, a 1080p screen from a 1080p screen from a 1440. Yeah, if you're going to do different materials, I guess with materials that would probably be more cost efficient, you probably want to try to make the price kind of move down a little bit.
Again, 1080p is fine, but make the price reflect that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Do we have an official launch date for the 6A? I don't even know when exactly it is.
This month, isn't it? I think.
I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to try to look.
Sure, it's this month. We don't do news, do we? We're like...
according to two sources, it's July 28th and it's $449. That's
Yeah,
what we're hearing.
She did say in the UK that it's going to be a free gift, but she wouldn't tell me what the free gift was going to be.
Okay.
I speculate the Buds A.
Yeah, I got a pair of Buds A.
Wouldn't tell me what it was.
Yeah, I got a pair of Buds A. I like my Buds A. They're really solid, actually. So,
a free pair of Buds A. That's a good deal, isn't it?
God, yeah. I mean, I bought mine for $100, so if they throw it in there, it'd be nice. So, yeah, you're looking at 6.1 inch. Yeah, 6.1 inch, 1080p, 60 hertz, 6 gig, 128 storage, 4,400 milliamp battery, 18-watt fast charging, main camera,
see, that's
ultra wide. Yeah,
but you know what it will come with.
Yeah, same.
It doesn't come with a charger box. It will come with a charger free.
Yeah.
On pre-launch.
I think it's going to be pretty good. I honestly, if I didn't have the Pixel 6, I would probably look at a 6A. I think that I absolutely would.
Actually, that would be a good companion device to your Duo because of the size thing.
Yeah, well, I mean that's pretty much what I use now. I mean I got the 6, and that's pretty much when I know I'm going to need to. I know there's a good possibility that I'm going to be taking photos or videos, or just kind of want something that's just kind of like take a break from the Duo for a little bit, just kind of switch it up. I mean that's where it goes. Pixel. So I mean, and speaking of pixels, if you're interested in pixels, you should go to the Purposely Pixel YouTube channel. You should check them out. Watch their videos. They got a bunch of people on there, Lenny and on their team. They're really doing a good job. Check them out. They're also the ones that host the Nomad Tech project. Yeah, go do a sub. I'm sure everybody in here is already subbed to them and watches their videos, so I'm sure I'm speaking to the choir. They already know. But however, if you know any other people who are looking at any good quality phone content, really good high quality videos, and really have good conversations about Pixel and just phones in general, check them out. Purposely Pixel YouTube channel.
You see, Lenny, he got some Pixel 7 and 7 Pro cases.
Yeah, I noticed there was a little bit. I guess the size difference is just a bit bigger.
Just a tad bigger.
Like, yeah, very small. Look like you said, like a quarter inch. I think was what he said it was. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that works. I mean, obviously he will have some good. So yeah, if you're interested in what that 7 is going to look like in the 7 Pro, and you're really looking for as much early good quality content as far as leaks and rumors and all those kind of things, check them out. They do a good job. Lenny's definitely has access to Team Pixel and all that kind of stuff. And so, if you want to check it out and see one is unbiased, although they really like their Pixels though, but not everybody on the team's got.
Yeah, Pixel unbiased. Lenny might be a tad biased.
Yeah, I think he might be a bit of a homer, but it's all good fun. I think he's just really passionate about the brand because he really likes them, and I do too. Ever since I've had Pixels, I've really been a fan. I just like.
I'm Pixel fanboy, but I will call them out on things that aren't right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Joe, 1080's preview firm. Yeah, if you're going to drop the materials and you're going to make the resolution, if you're going to have some spec changes, especially they're a little bit more scaled back, I think that price needs to reflect that. I think it's unfair. And I think it's kind of disingenuous and a little kind of crappy to sit there and charge people for the same exact material and same price point for a phone that you've obviously saved a few dollars here and there with plastic.
I do find it weird that the S range, like the S and the S22 Plus, for example, are totally different from the S22 Ultra.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be in like a range together because they're not really, are they?
Well, they weren't. That's what the Note was, and now they decided to make the Ultra now the Note. It's like, I don't know why you just don't come with the Note, but I just really honestly wished, I wish Samsung would have just left the Note the way it is.
Yes, it was,
just leave the Note line alone and just go with
I can understand their thinking, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people that are working at Samsung marketing and their PR department and things who are definitely more experienced and have better educations and better exposure than we do. So
I'm not going to lie though, the Note does well.
Yeah,
we don't have the base model, but even the base model, which is 8 gig of RAM, people don't care.
Yep. And DT is definitely biased towards Sony, but Yeah,
Understandable.
each other is like an encrypted message. You tell them we have no idea what it is. Yeah, they're I don't know about. I thought Sony's update frequency was a little spotty at sometimes. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But yeah, I guess they don't have great release notes. Maybe there's Fry. Oh man, hey, if you didn't check out that we had him on the show, fantastic chat. If you haven't listened to that podcast, go and download it and go and give it a listen. It was a really good conversation. We really enjoyed having him on the show and talking. It was a really good time. So
definitely,
yeah,
Mike's a top man.
Yeah, Mike's solid dude. I had a really good time. That was a really nice, good chat, and it was good having him on finally. And the ROG 6 says 18 gigs of RAM. Because sure,
isn't that
this is like, Jesus. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's just, I guess, I can't complain they're having way too much RAM, right? It's better to have more than you need than you would like to have than 6 gigs of RAM. I don't understand.
What I'm saying, like, because other phones are good gaming devices now, Asus need to push the ROG with the number game to make it more appealing as a standalone gaming device. Do you know what I mean? They need to.
Well, plus
game.
Plus you can also say our phone has 18 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, it's a massive
say that. Yeah, you can say that, and they're like, "Oh, well, I need 18 gigs of RAM." Yeah, in case you want to have 12 gigs of RAM and you want to eat the other 6 for like breakfast or something. I guess
you might not notice it when you actually use it, but it's got 18 gigs.
Yeah. It's got and then Barry, of course, I knew I was going to say, man, Barry probably is already on Good Stop right now checking it out. And if you're looking for a good place to kind of look for, you want to get some import deals and Good Stop, I've never ordered from them because I can't really. Well, I mean, I guess I could, but I'm not going to be able to buy anything.
Yeah, I'd love to see Barry's fault.
But yeah, I think the ROG 6. Yeah, if AT&T didn't have the stupid whitelist, the Xiaomi 12S Ultra is there, and it's $1,200.
Really?
Oh,
it's
yeah. So, yeah, you can get one. It's $1,200. Yeah. Let's see. Color, you get black and green. Green looks pretty cool. It doesn't look green. It almost looks kind of gray green in the picture. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's a sharp looking phone. I mean, I again, like I said, I like Xiaomi phones. I know everybody complains about the software kind of being buggy and everything else. I know I've seen some mix. I'll tell you, I had that Xiaomi, that Mi 11, and I love that phone. I really, really, really liked it. I liked using it. Actually, I wanted to try the Mix 4. I really want to give that. I wanted to give that a try because I'm kind of an old Mi Mix fan. So I know they've kind of gone away from the Mi, right? So it's a Xiaomi Mix 4. Although, yeah, I mean, but like I said, anything I buy is gonna.
Xiaomi is great value for money.
Oh God, yeah. And I mean, I still got the Mi Band 6, and I'm gonna admit something on this show that I'm sure I'm gonna get some heat for. I didn't know this until I was watching Chris Barraclaw. I was watching Techspert's video he was talking about the Mi Band 7. So I'm not looking to upgrade because my daughter has my Mi Band 5, and I noticed something that it came with the regular strap, and now you notice I have like this green kind of like.
Oh yes.
But I didn't know you could do that. Like I didn't know you could do that. Like you could just pop it out. I was like, holy shit, you can actually do that. I know.
How long you
I've had Mi Bands, like this is like my third one. Right? I had the Mi Band 4, 5, and 6. I had absolutely no idea you could just pop it out like that.
It probably says in that, the booklet that comes with it that no one reads.
Well, it's in Chinese. My Mandarin is not very good.
In Chinese?
Okay. Maybe it is. I don't know. I never read it because I don't know.
No one does. Who reads the booklet?
I believe it when I saw that in Chris Bear. I saw that. I'm not kidding you. I was watching his video. I literally paused the video and I immediately went to Amazon. I'm looking for like Mi Band 6 straps and just I was like,
good old Techspert.
I was like, damn, I cannot believe. I was like, and it's funny because I said something. They're like, yeah, you didn't know that? I go, no, I didn't know that. He's like, you're a moron. I go, yeah, no shit. Trust me.
So you didn't think he was going to learn that, did you?
No. I mean, I saw him just pop it out. I was like, dude, can't remember that. I don't know if you have those commercials in the UK, but there's like commercial. I don't know if it's for a financial thing or whatever. It's like this little purple cloud goes like a little cloud dude, my mind was totally blown, and I was like, yep. So I
Mi Band anymore.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I love this Mi Band.
How many straps you got for it now then?
Just the one. I just bought this one because I didn't want to
there was straps.
Well, there's a whole bunch. They had like this is kind of like a nylon, but it's elastic kind of thing. And so I'm just trying them out and see if I really like it. But yeah, man, I was like, there was one that had like it was like a value pack, had like 9 of them in there, but they were all.
I bet the straps.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, I know. I probably should have known that already, but whatever. But I'll admit, when I learn something new that I should have already known, I'll just admit it to you fine folks and just make myself look like I'm
Yeah, why not? It's all about honesty, best policy.
Yeah, we're around like-minded people. So yeah, and maybe if you're looking for, I'm telling you, as far as for what I use mine for, just notifications for like the Duo and stuff, for $45, I think it was what it was. You can't beat the Mi Band. I've really had a really good experience with the Mi Band.
Yeah, you always mention it's good.
I love them. I mean, I know, and I've got my regular. I tell you right now, I don't ever wear my Galaxy Watch. I mean, rarely will I wear that. This is my daily wear. It just has notifications. And so how was the American Pale Ale from Scotland, by the way?
Yeah, it's nice. Very easy to drink.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Yeah. Who like you said, who knows better than American Pale Ales than the Scots do?
Scots,
well, they do know alcohol. So I'm gonna
Scottish Highland Pale Ale.
Right.
This one's an orange pale ale by Citrus City.
Orange. Is that a British? Is that a British group of? Urnage. I don't know. Or Oranage. Oranage. That must be Italian. Sounds Italian.
Yeah. So Oranage.
Oranage. Yeah, that's very nice. So yeah, we got a.
Yeah, he's reading off the specs for the Rog phone.
It's just buy a computer.
It's a
just
strap it
to your face. Just get a computer.
So Sam, there was something else I wanted to talk about. It's a bit of TV.
Okay.
So have you watched? There's quite a few things I've watched recently. Have you watched The Boys? The new season of The Boys?
Nope.
Oh mate.
I don't watch. Brilliant. I don't watch. This is going to be an interesting conversation because I don't watch a whole lot of television, like at all, ever. So
okay.
Is it on? Is it like a Netflix show or Amazon Prime? Okay. Yeah. I know somebody mentioned this other thing called the Umbrella Academy. Whatever.
That's on my list as well. Yeah, Umbrella Academy and Stranger Things.
Why we have started watching it, but we stopped. We had that break, so I guess there's the July 1st. Now I guess there's other.
Don't worry, Mike. No spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it. Don't worry.
No,
but I will say it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. We've watched it. Yeah, I've watched a couple of shows, but I'm not a show watcher. I'm not a television person. I don't know. It's just I read. I just love
that superhero show, and they're not your stereotypical superheroes. I just love that.
I did see the new Top Gun movie, which was really good.
Yeah, you watched that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, I was really impressed. They did a good job with it.
You sobered up.
Yeah, I sobered up. Yeah, sorry about that last week. That was a little embarrassing. So I also have to apologize to Matt because he probably got a good laugh out of it.
Well, he loved it.
Well, yeah, because I made an ass out of myself. So, but yeah, I basically kind of slept in the car. It was about a 30-minute drive up to the movie theater, and that was fine. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there. It was just get out of control. Holy cow! ER made it. Good job, man. Hey, man, thanks for showing up, man. I know it's hard for you. Yeah, top chap there. So, but yeah, I don't watch a lot of television. So The Boys, right? So yeah, if you're on Amazon Prime, you've got to check it out and watch it.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
I think the only thing
Homelander. No, Homelander. Why did I say Highlander?
I don't even know the Homelander. Was it a home? Is it a home improvement show? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Homelander is an absolute arsehole. He's a psycho. Like such a great character.
Cool. Yeah.
Character I love to meet.
We promise we won't say anything. We're not gonna We're gonna mention Stranger Things. But it is, if you are a fan of the shows, the previous seasons, you'll like season 4. I think they did a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I haven't watched the other half. I guess after the July 1st one, we haven't watched any of those episodes yet, so I'm sure we'll get to those.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Stranger Things stick as well.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Although it's weird seeing Millie Bobby Brown and then hearing her on interviews. I know she's British.
Yeah.
But in the show, it's weird. It's just like I expect her to sound a certain way, and when she talks, and then of course,
it's so now.
Well, then she doesn't. She's a normal looking woman, right? A young lady. She's like 18 or 19 or something like that. So you see on the, and it's funny because I don't know what it is. Everybody's like that because they're actors, but for some reason on that show, because that character is so unique, I think it just throws me off.
Yeah,
I don't know why. But it's good. It's a good show. So yeah. And
you got a big picture, I think.
Yeah, Sam, it's called acting. I understand it's called acting. I'm just saying I've seen other actors, and when they talk, male and female, I don't know. I guess I don't expect her to sound like the character clearly, because obviously she doesn't have an English accent in the show. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. So, but yeah, all those people.
Sam, we should say one thing we should say is Eid Mubarak. Happy Eid to all people that celebrate Eid.
Yeah.
It's this weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. So yeah, that's our buddy TK. So Bajo TK. So
TK.
Yeah, TK and anybody else who is of the Muslim faith. Yeah, check it. Any of those holidays, I don't pay. I don't hear much about them. Like every once in a while, I hear about the other holidays, but I don't. Yeah. I know I used to have a religious holiday calendar at work, and it's at work, and I'm never there all the time. I'm never at my desk anymore. So, but yeah, so it was cool. So yeah, if that's I know some other Jewish holidays, and they had all sorts of other holidays for other countries and stuff like when there was like bank holidays in the UK and other Canada, Boxing Day in Canada, and those kind of things. It not only had religious holidays, but other countries.
It's nice to know, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of
holidays
cool.
are.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. He celebrated yesterday, so good job. So
good man, Ibrahim.
I'm not sure what people do on that day. What that day? So I guess I have to look. I could just look it up. That's what I need to do. I'm not sure. Like Rosh Hashanah and all those other kind of days, and all those other the major Muslim holidays. I kind of know of what they are doing.
There is 2 Eids though, isn't there? I think.
Maybe it's because of different times of the year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. Like I said, I need to look it up because we have this thing called Google, and I can research it and I can find out all I need to know. But
it's good Google.
Yeah, it's pretty handy for learning kinds of things like that about cultures.
Unless your name Alexa. Sorry if I say it off Alexa's name. Sorry. But they use Bing, didn't they?
Yeah, I use Bing. It's okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's no Google though, is it?
It's not Google. It's like Google's. No. It's like Google's kind of cousin that kind of like sleeps on your couch and has like 8 days growth. It's kind of like that.
Do you know?
It's like your lazy. It's like your lazy cousin, just kind of a bum on your couch. That's.
So he just said that, but when I think of Bing, there's a little program my daughter watches called Bing, and it's a rabbit.
Well, there you go. That's probably pretty good. So,
but now I've got the picture of Bing and what you've just described it as.
It's a bum rabbit laying in your
couch.
Just kind of sitting on your couch, just gnawing on a carrot lazily, watching character.
But Seriously, close your eyes. Don't watch that.
Okay, here we go. Islam has 2 Eids in the years. The first one is just after Ramadan's ended, and the second one is during the holy period with the Hajj pilgrimage. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. So basically, this one. So this is this the one? No, this is not the one. Ramadan's been a while, right? This is the one that's after the Hajj.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
This is the second one, yeah.
Man, you got and doing that pilgrimage in the middle of the summer. Oh, yeah. It's like 135 degrees. Oh, jeez, it's the middle. Oh, God, whew. It's hot here, but man, it's like ridiculous there. So yeah, I know that all Muslims have to do are required. I don't know if they're required, but they're highly encouraged to do the Hajj at least once in their lifetime. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. Oh, the Hajj is taking place. Okay, good. Yeah, I know. I wonder if people go pretty religiously, or do they go more than once, or do they just like, hey, I did it when I was 12. I'm good. I've already got the pilgrimage out of the way, and I'm good. Is that? I guess I'm not sure.
41 degrees in Mecca, Saudi Arabia.
That's ridiculous, dude. And forget it. Not much shade. How many trees? Not much shade going on there, dude. It's 41 degrees Celsius. I'm
Wow.
yikes.
Big respect for anyone who's doing that.
Dude, it's too hot. I can't go, man. I'm sure if I went in December, I can promise you gotta go during the Hajj book. And then I guess it's like right in the middle of the summertime. I wish it's like, look, man, can you guys do me a favor for people who don't like the heat like me? Can you make the Hajj? Can you have like a Hajj pilgrimage like December? Just like at least have a fighting chance that I won't catch on fire, like walking to it. I don't know. Compulsory. All Muslims who are sane do it at least once in a lifetime as long as they have the financial means. Yeah, and I know that there's another thing too. Is like I guess
5 pillars of Islam.
I guess there's one of the things that financial means. I guess it's not exactly if you don't live in Europe, getting there is probably a little bit of a problem. If you live in South America or wherever, or Asia, it's not exactly hop, skip, or jump. And some of these people don't have a whole lot of money in those areas. But yeah. And then Matt's not making the pilgrimage to Mecca because it's 31 here tomorrow, and he's ready to hide in a fridge. So that's another 10 degrees Celsius. So Matt's probably not going there. It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be I will have to admit I like winter much better. I am definitely a cold weather person. I like cold weather. I even like snow.
Really?
I still do. Yeah, I don't. Driving is not that fun.
How about yellow snow?
Just don't eat it.
Yeah, just don't eat it.
Frank Zappa said, "Watch out where the huskies go, and don't you eat the yellow snow." All right. Well, we're at the almost 1 hour mark. We're at 56 minutes, so we had a pretty good job. We talked about Nothing Phone. We've got our sponsors plugged. We had a good time. We had a good chat. You got American Pale Ale. I'm finishing up the Sam Adams Summer Ale. I didn't get the Boston Lager. I didn't get the lager, but I got the Summer Ale. It's pretty good. It's a little citrus sweet. Nice.
There's one shout out I wanted to do because they shouted us out in their podcast. Talking about films, 2 friends of mine, Breadroll and JT, they do a podcast with film reviews.
Okay.
Hyperbaric Goats, they're called. Interesting name, definitely.
Yeah, that's not something I would have thought. That's pretty cool. Hyperbaric Goats. Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you get a chance and you like films, and most of us do in the chat, we like movies and films and stuff like that, give them a shot. Hyperbaric Goats.
Hyperbaric Goats. I mean, they do swear a fair bit, so if you don't like swearing, maybe don't. But they're very funny.
Say, if you're listening to this podcast, if you're a little sensitive to the colorful language, you might want to go ahead and take out it. Although,
exactly, yeah.
I have to admit, in this podcast, I've done a lot better as far as not like completely going a little crazy. Maybe I'm getting better. Well, it's okay.
Now, just to end it,
dude. Yeah, and Scoops, he lives in Vegas, and it's 40.
Oh wow!
Because it's the desert, man. Vegas is in the middle of the desert, right? I mean, it's too damn hot, dude. It's like ridiculous, man. It's just it should be illegal to be outside in that kind of.
We need to get Bionic Scoop on here at some point as well.
Yeah, Scoop needs to come on here when he gets some time. If I know he's busy. And like I said, and here's the thing, we are open, folks. We have our channel. We have an email address. I think we do. Podcast.
Yeah, podcast at purposelypixel.co.
No, I thought we made it. I don't know. We have an email address. Just ping one of us. We don't have our DMs blocked on Twitter. Whatever.
Twitter,
just send a message to one of us and just come on the show. Yeah, High Desert.
Pigeon message.
Yeah,
send a pigeon.
Pony Express. Semaphore flags. Smoke signals. Whatever you want to do. Send us send us a podcast. Just reach out to us. We're on the Twitters and the Instagrams and stuff like that. We've got our show on the Twitch channel, or just go to the Purposely Pixel and reach out to us there. If anybody wants to come on the show, but we'd like to have Scoop. We need to get Shark on here, and anybody else who wants to come on.
Neil's going to come.
Yeah, Neil's going to come. He says he's going to come. I don't know. Yeah. He needs to come on. God love. We're not. I promise we won't like make fun of you, and we'll try to make it a pleasant experience. Yeah, we're not going to make it awkward or weird, or we're not going to make it bad for you. Which we promise. This is a safe space.
Safe space.
Safe spaces. Right. I guess I don't know.
Professional podcast, of course.
Semi-professional. I mean, come on now. Let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. We need a DTA back on. Yes, we do. Absolutely. The DTA. You can come on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's safe because he's not there.
You say semi.
Yeah.
We say semi.
Don't help him. Don't help the DT.
Semi.
It sounds like a tractor trailer.
Semi.
Whatever. We don't know.
So semi-on.
Semi.
Or is that not?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. Anyway, we were on such a good roll, and then Joe got hung up on the word semi, and then here we are. So.
Have you heard of semi-on?
No, I have not.
Oh god.
Okay.
It's when you're. It's not a full boner. It's
yeah. We
semi.
just call it. We just cut the end off. It's just a semi. We don't
Semi.
go.
We put semi.
We add the on because it's just. That's why I was like, "What are you talking about?" You added a little extra to the word there, and I wasn't feeling that.
Well, it could be a semi-detached house, couldn't it? But because semi's on a lot of other things, so.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why I was a little confused. But that's why this whole minute and a half really just got away from me. I have no clue what's going on.
That's what we do.
Semi for a truck. Yeah, I know. We just go off the rails and kind of just. Again, this is where the semi-professional comes in as semi-professional. Like
the semi-professional. We're not a full boner.
We're not a full boner.
Not Bonafide.
That should be it. The Nomad Tech Project. We're not a full boner.
Yeah. We're not Bonafide.
Nah, sounds good. So that is it for myself, for Joe Hickey. We are the Nomad Tech Project. Again, join us next Sunday. Probably 2, maybe 3, not really sure. Who knows? We'll just have to kind of see how it goes.
We may have a guest.
We may have a guest. I'm going to reach out to Shark and a DT. You can come on again, Neil, whenever you have time and then your schedule's busy. Anybody else? Scoop, just let me know. We'll reach out to you. Maybe you can come on there too and drop some wisdom, some nuggets, and let the people know who you are and come in here and chat about some stuff. That'd be kind of cool. And we had Mike on, and he's actually keeps coming back in the chat, so we didn't scar him for life. So it was probably a fairly pleasant experience, maybe. At least moderately fun and enjoyable. Let's just go that far. So anyway, and then Matt's, hi, would you like to come on for a semi, not a full boner? Yeah. Get a lot of sponsors that way. I don't think so.
Yeah. Extreme Skins.
Extremeskins.co.uk, Purposely Pixel, and check out the Hyberbaric Goats. Check out their podcast for film reviews. Check them out.
Film reviews, yeah, they're really good. They're funny guys.
You're good. Well, I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna add them to my podcast catcher. We'll check out some shows. So for myself, for Joe Hickey, thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading. Appreciate you guys. Love your faces. We will see you next Sunday, hopefully with a guest. If not, we'll just be here chatting again with you fine folks. And we'll take care of yourselves. Be safe. Stay cool because it's warm outside. Enjoy the Hajj and anything else you got going on in your week. Stay good with your work. And we'll see you next Sunday. Take care.
Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.